guys, welcome back to The Good, the Bad with Kat. I am Kat, and today is going to be a good day. My friend's 16-year-old is having a masquerade ball for her sweet 16. I am so excited. I've been building a costume out. I thought I filmed it, but then I forgot to film all of it, so I'm just going to put pictures in. I'm going to be the Crow Queen, and my husband's going to be the Crow King. So right now, we're going to do some makeup inspired by the Black Swan with Natalie Portman. So right now, I'm going to go in with, thankfully, I have the Sunset Makeup White makeup. Now, I don't want to be ghostly white, but I do want to be white. So I am going to go in, and this is my Maybelline 30 Hour, and that's my lightest. No, I'm going to go in with, do I want to do that? I'm going to go in with, no, yeah, my Maybelline, because that's matte. And it's a lighter shade, and I'm going to, what I want to do is mix them. So this is my Maybelline 30 Hour. This is the stuff that Nikki Tutorials was just like, game changer. She wore it on her wedding, and rightly so. So what I'm trying to do is I want to get it white, but not white. Does that make sense? I don't want to be ghosty, even though in the movie she's white. I just want to be pale. And we're going to take this down. So anyway, we got a Beauty Blender, and we're going to go in. So I was like, what am I going to do for my foundation? And then I remembered, girl, you own all the Sunset makeups. I just forget that I own them sometimes. So anyway, oh, I'm not liking that at all. Okay. I forgot to do one thing. So I think what I want to do real quick, is it here? 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 Yes, it is. I'm gonna glue down my eyebrows real quick and then go back in and add more foundation. Oh. That's the only thing I don't love about using a beauty blender sometimes, because it feels like sometimes it just doesn't do what you want it to do, or it just absorbs so much of the product. So anyway, but we want to get this down. I do want decent coverage, and my stress is very low. So, and I do want it in my ear. I want it down my neck. So trying to stay away from my eyebrows for right now, because I will go in and cover those up. But see how it's creating like a white, but still peachy look. I think that's what I want. I know in the movie she goes full white, and I do admire that, but I just don't want to. Because I don't think anybody's doing anything like this. I think most people are just doing formal dresses with masks, but I don't want to wear a mask because I wear glasses. So my hope is to get a nice, just like pasty white on it. And then of course I'm going to have to contour the crap out of this. All right, so I'm going to take, where is it? This is the Wet n Wild, and I felt like this the stuff on the eyebrow was pretty strong, so I'm just gonna go in and kind of comb out my eyebrow as best as possible, so that when I go to cover it right now, it's not as bad. I'm gonna use my eyebrow as the top line for the look, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna let this dry. I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and set my face with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I did feel like it made my face go a little yellow, but that's okay. I remember I didn't want to be totally white. I got this on Temu. This is my Miss Rose Professional Makeup Longwear Gel Eyeliner. And what we're going to do is use this to begin the process of mapping out my eyebrow. I'm having to keep going, turning this off, and then, so it might glip a little bit until I get the shape correct, because I am using the internet to help me. Okay, So I had to go on the internet, sorry, and just remind myself, because it's black and it's white and those two together make gray, and we don't want gray, we want silver. So I went and looked. So I started here and then I took it, let me use it so I don't trash it. I took it and I went up, and then you use your eyebrow as the shadow and you go up. Now in the one look I saw, she goes straight from the under eye up. Other ones I've seen, so if I decide, I may take it here. So I may, but right now what we're trying to do is get the kind of crow bird eye going. So now I will say, which I thought was interesting, is they put the silver down and then added the black. Well, she had a bunch of white. She used white. And I'm thinking this might be a great day to use this silver that we got in our Morphe palette, because it is such a great color. And if we use it right, we might be able to find the right brush and then take the black liner over. But first, of course, what we got to do is waterline. So waterline the inside, waterline the outside. I'm using this because it's easier to draw with. I will back it up with liquid liner just to seal it. But what I'm thinking is I'm going to take my setting spray and I'm going to wet my, I'm using a flat, you guys see that flat round brush, and I'm going to go into the silver and just under the eyebrow, because the eyebrow, we're going to do this. We're going to go ahead and stick this here because it has a lot of silver in the look. And I think this silver, we're going to stick the black on top of it, and it's going to be real silver here. And then as we go out, the plan is to make it less silver and more black. But we're gonna, right now, this is what we're aiming for. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna, since it's supposed to be a masquerade ball, I'm automatically gonna break away from that and take that. I am taking a little bit of that silver and putting it here, but I'm definitely not gonna honor that line right there. Okay. So now I think what I want to do is go into, you know, the great part about owning a crap ton of palettes is you realize you have lots of makeup to play with. I'm curious as if I play with this in the Huda Beauty palette, it's got a really great black. But if I take, and I'm going to use very small purposeful brushes, because I don't want to mess this up. I really don't. I'm going to use, what was I going to use? This is an eyebrow brush, but for right now, we're going to use it. So my eyebrows are definitely glued down, which is great. Now I'm going to take, in the Huda Beauty, this is the color Grunge, and this is the one cream shadow in the whole thing. And I'm going to take this real quick into my eyebrow, because I think that's really going to help set this look. And just make the whole eyebrow. And I know it's not quite like this, but the truth is, I have pretty thick eyebrows. So. It's so pretty. It's such a great solid black. I'm going back in and kind of floofing it in. This is why I don't like doing things like this. Okay. So now this is where we get to decide how many black stripes. So now that I have kind of my black brow, right there, we need to see how far we want to take this. Now, I also have white, which we'll use. So what we're kind of wanting to do is, the thought is you're going to try to now make it look like feathers. So we wanted black we want black and silver. So we're gonna go in, and I'm gonna go in. I was trying to think of what other palette I had that had a really pretty silver in it. So see how we're taking it all the way up? So the next line, we want it to be messy but clean. Does that make sense? We want it to be what's messy clean? Mean. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So what I'm thinking now that I have all of that silver, and I am gonna, sorry, I keep saying this and I keep changing my mind. I'm gonna keep taking this out. And part of that is just to get rid of that stupid upline. But see how what's cool is that silver actually kind of covered that side of my eyebrow as well. All right. So now we get to do the fun part. And that's now we're gonna draw black and white feathers all across. So I'm gonna try to bring you in, and we'll just do this eye, and then we'll end up doing the other one off camera. Okay, all right guys, let's say a prayer. This is that new eyeliner I found. This is the Scandalous Eyes Bold from Rimmel that has the little ball. You guys have seen me use this quite a bit. Right away, when I knew I was doing this eye, I knew this was the eyeliner I was going to use. So kind of see how that's working? I need to add a ton more black. So I think what I'm gonna do is switch over now to the Kokie, because I'm struggling a little bit with that. And now we're gonna go in with the Kokie, which is my other favorite eyeliner. You guys have seen me use 1,000 times. I think I need more black, but I'm scared. I'm really scared. I feel like this is where you can start messing up. I just think I need to keep adding black lines. I think the more black lines, the less gray. We're gonna have to play with this a little bit. I'm not loving it. I'm not loving it. Okay, so I'm trying to think of what are the things I can do to make myself love it. Okay, so I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. And I think it's because the silver's actually just too good. You know what I mean? The black's not covering it up as much as I thought it would. And so what's happening is I'm getting a lot of silver versus a lot of black. So it should be mostly looking like black feathers. You know what I mean? Ooh, that would be thunder. What do we think? I actually don't hate it. I don't know that I love it, but I don't hate it. Let me do the other eye and I'll be right back. All right, so I went ahead and did the other one. I think I like it. It's raining now, so you're probably gonna hear rain in the background, which is really exciting. So what I wanna do now is start to do a little contour. I'm going to rat out my hair quite a bit. That's the point. And I'm gonna stick some mascara on. I wish I was brave enough to do eyelashes. I'm not there yet, but I do want to stick some contour on, just a little bit. I'm gonna try to make myself look kind of sinky. And then I'm gonna do what I did on the other eye, which is take the translucent powder and just do that. Just to try to set it and forget it. It did work on the other side. Okay, so I'm gonna take this same brush, and instead of going into the black, I'm gonna go into, this is Jet Worth in the Morphe palette. It's a little bit lighter than black. No, oh God, I didn't want that. That's exactly what I didn't want. I didn't want black contour. I want like that. Yeah, so that's not the color. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm gonna need to go into like a grayish. Wonder if I can do that color right there. And just get like, because it's a little bit of a brown gray. Not too dark. Oh, I'm so frustrated. No, it's just all smearing black, which I guess isn't the worst thing that's ever happened in my life. Okay, so I'm gonna go and try to contour right here. I want this to be really gaunt. No blush, it turns out. There's no blush with this look, but there is a very gaunt. That actually looks pretty good. I kind of like it. Okay, let's do this side. Well, I'll see. I spoke too soon. The worst part about doing anything black, and this is where we're gonna have to play in, because I didn't just go straight. I've got to fix my under eye in a way that I can then go back and still fix my foundation. And do I remember how much of each pump I put in? So honestly, I'm not too petrified. I actually think I might go in with this powder black and go underneath the eye and just kind of smudge it out. You know, like the grunge look that everybody's doing. I mean, I just feel like I wouldn't care at this point. You know what I mean? I just don't know that I want it to go any lower than that. And I think the way we stop that is we use our little poofity poof, and we go into that translucent powder, and we pack it thickly on the little poofity poof, and we're gonna go right underneath that line. And we're just gonna let it sit there, and hopefully that's gonna stop that black from going any lower. And if it doesn't, it is what it is. I'll be right back. I'm gonna show you what I wanna do for the lip. Okay, let me show you what I wanna do for my lip. So we're going into the Essence 8 Hour Matte, and this is the color. No idea, it's a red. Okay, I remember this, that I didn't really like this. Everybody loves it, but I don't. So I'm going in right there with the red. I want to line my lips super well. Did you guys see that just break? That's fun. So what I'm doing is, I saw this girl do this. I want the outside as red as possible. And then I'm going to take my black liner on the inside. She said you do that. And now you're going to take your red lipstick, and I'm going to take the Original Formula by Gwen Stefani, because I want this on all night, to give me that smoky red look she has in the thing. Okay, so now we're going off script. Now we're going to go and be Kat. So what I'm thinking is, I got this on Temu, and I never used it because I don't think it's safe, probably for my face, for my eyes. But what if we stuck it right there? Because crows are attracted to sparkly things. So we're not going to go on the eyelid. We're just going all the way up to the eyelid. Look at this. That is glitter chunks. That is glitter chunks. I mean, that's just glitter. That would not be something I'd put on my eyes. But there's a black glitter. I have a thought, guys. What if we go into a flat brush and we take that black glitter into my eyebrows? I love it. Okay, hold on. But I need to somehow knock off the excess, because if I stick my glasses on there, we all know what's going to happen. So these are wet glitters. That's interesting. Now, the last but not least, there's a red glitter for the lip. Okay. Okay. What do we think? Oh my God. Okay. Let me stick my mascara on and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the final makeup look for right now. Let me go rat out my hair and I'll show you the final costume look. What do you guys think?